Welcome everyone. We'll just wait for a couple of more minutes and then we will kick off the webinar right away. So just a couple of more minutes for everyone to come in and then we will get started. All right. Welcome everyone to another incredible webinar that we're hosting. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for your supporting us and for your showing up here. This is like a full-on Ask Me Anything our webinar. Normally when we do a webinar, we sort of have like some sort of an announcement or a presentation in the starting half of the webinar, and then we have about half an hour for people to ask the questions. But because there's so much happening with Ally Solos or Glasses, we felt that we should have a webinar that's only dedicated to people asking us all the questions. So on this call, me and Karthik Kannan, we're like the two of us are here with you for the entire hour, so you can ask us like a question about anything. We've been putting out updates about Ally Solos your classes with some videos, some sneak peeks of like the development. So maybe let me just give you a very quick update on how that's going. We are heads down and doing a lot of development work on these classes. Like the software and the hardware like need to work very seamlessly, and they need to work very hand in hand. Our aim is to make these the most intuitive, easy to use, accessible smart glasses out there. And for us to do that, we need to like really put in a lot of effort into making sure like every aspect of the software and the hardware are like seamlessly integrated with each other. So that's where a lot of the hard work is. We did get the core functionalities of the glasses are working like last week. So now we are on the path to optimization, improving the performance, improving stability, improving speed. So all of that is what the team is going to be focused on. And when we do feel confident that the product is good, that's when we will ship it. So as of now, we still think we can ship this in October. That's still where that still is the goal. I'm pretty confident that we'll still be able to meet that without any sort of compromise on the quality of things. But of course, like all Envision and Ally stuff that we've been putting out, this is a product that improves after you make a purchase. So there will, of course, always be constant software updates from our team that will just improve the functionalities of what these glasses could do for you in the future. With that, without any further ado, I'm going to open up the floor, and there are a few ways for you to ask us a question. You can use the raise hands function in Zoom to ask us your question. So if you raise your hand, we will bring you on to the panel, and then you will be able to ask us any kind of a question that you have directly face to face. You can also use the Q&A functionality within Zoom. So Zoom has a Q&A option where you can just write all of the questions that you have, and we will answer them one by one. Then for people who are watching this on YouTube, because we are also streaming this webinar live on a YouTube. So anybody you're watching us on there, you can just leave your questions in the comments. We have somebody you're monitoring YouTube our comments as well. So just to put the question in the chat in the comments, and then we will answer as many of them as we can. So with that, Karthik, are you prepared for the hour of answering all the questions?
Yes, born ready.
All right, then let's go. Let's start with some of the Q&A function, a question that we already have in, and then we'll bring somebody on to the panel. We have a question from Robert Tlectini, who asks, the Ally has very low volume on my Android phone. Can you fix that? Bob, very hard for me to decipher exactly what the issue is on your phone. Usually, the output of the Ally is basically you can just adjust it with the volume of your phone itself. But if for some reason, even in like the max volume, you are facing issues, let us know. You can send an email to support@ally.me. We can then take a look at your logs and see if there is something peculiar that's happening in your case. Then there is a question from Jose Quintanilla, who says, when I purchased the current pair of Envision glasses in 2020, I purchased an unlimited pass for updates. Will that pass be transferable to Ally glasses? First of all, thank you, Jose, for being a very early supporter of Envision in this mission. So it won't be like one-to-one sort of tech transmitted, because Ally is a very different product. It is a very new product, and the costs and the factors that we have taken into account for Ally is very different from what we had with Envision. Because of that, we cannot give like a one-to-one unlimited your pass for Ally. But we are offering like extended subscription to the Ally Pro plan for people who did have a unlimited pass or a professional edition of the Envision glasses. So if you could reach out to our team, support@ally.me, they will act, and like with the details of the glasses that you currently have. We can, they can make the arrangements to make sure you do get that extension to an Ally Tech Pro subscription for you. The Jose also has another follow-up. He says, on this call or in a video call later online, could you demo how someone would pair Ally glasses to the Ally app? Also have someone can update their Ally app
from the free version to pro subscription that comes with the new Ally glasses. We don't have a full like a demo that we can show you of the pairing flow, but it's pretty straightforward the way it's designed within the Ally app. When you go into your preferences, there is an option called Ally Solos Glasses. When you would click on that, it will open and like an option for you to like connect your glasses to your phone. Then it'll take you through a number of steps to make the connection with like Bluetooth to do the pairing. So the way like it works is you need to sort of your pair two different aspects of the glasses to your phone. So you need to first pair the audio aspects or the headphones, so like like the mic and the headset, and then you need to pair the rest of the functionalities, which is the camera and your touchpad and everything else. But you don't need to like, worry about all of that. All of that is more technicality. For you, it's just going to be a straightforward your pairing flow. So just hit next, next, next. So it's as simple as making a connection to your AirPods or any other a Bluetooth device that you're used to. And once the pairing is done, then it's pretty straightforward from that. The way the pro subscription that your comes included with the current purchase of the Ally your glasses in the pre-order campaign. So I think a lot of people don't realize this, but that is a perk that you're offering just for the pre-order customers. So if you do make a purchase of Ally Solos or glasses within the pre-order campaign, then you get a 1 year of Ally Pro for free included with this purchase. So that is actually a perk that like we're offering. And the way it will be implemented is that as soon as you will do a pairing of the Ally Solos glasses with the Ally app on your phone, the pro subscription will automatically be activated at that instance. So, within the part of the pairing flow itself, the pro subscription also gets activated and initiated. That's basically how it works. If you already have an existing pro subscription of Ally, then this 1 year will be stacked on your top of it, right? So let's say, for example, you have like you're like a monthly Ally a pro subscription. So at the end of like the current month, your Ally a Pro your annual subscription will kick in after the end of the month. That's how it will work. If you have a annual Ally a Pro subscription already, then it will be and like let's say it ends in April of the 2026, then the complimentary 1 year of Ally a Pro subscription that you have that will start from April of 2026. So it will be stacked on top of any existing Ally Pro subscription that you have. So yeah, that's mainly how the execution of it works. Um, there is a question from Branka, and maybe Kiki can answer this. She asks, while awaiting quick question, what is the source of Ally's weather forecast? It seems to be giving me a wrong information, like lower daily max temperature is off by 5 to 15 degrees sometimes.
Yeah, so we do use open weather data, and what we are offering is basically the current temperature or the average temperature that is experienced. So it's not really giving you the max temperature or the min temperature. This is the feedback that others in the community have also given us. They just wanted to. I think for most people, when they want to look up weather, they were. I think Stephen Scott was from Double Tap was talking the other day about how so it's like most people just want to have like the min temperature, current temperature, and max temperature. I think the confusion here is we're giving people like the current temperature, which seems to be a little bit off if you look up the Apple weather maps and stuff like that. But we do use the exact same weather source as Apple does for their weather API. Yeah.
Cool. Right. And I think one of the cool things about the weather functionality on Ally is that in addition to just asking what the weather is and stuff like that, you can also you ask for stuff like, do I need my umbrella today? Or, like, do I need to take a jacket with me today? And it sort of has the intelligence to understand that all of this is a question that needs a weather check. It will automatically fetch a location, do a weather check, and then just come back with an answer to whether you need an umbrella or a jacket or not. There is a question from John Gasman, who asks, a tariff deal between United States and China has not been announced yet. For those of us who have ordered the glasses, is it possible that we will be asked for more money to cover the tariff cost during October or like November? So, John, this is something that's beyond your control. So we have been doing our best to figure out what's the best way to account for and handle your sort of tariff. But it's been such a volatile environment. There's been so many flip-flops. It's like incredibly clear even for us, like what the tariff situation is or how it's going to evolve. So this uncertainty is definitely not great for us as a business, and because of that, we're not able to give certainty to the customers as well as to what the tariff situation will be on the date we ship. Right. So that's just us being very honest that because yeah, like we don't have the clarity from the administration, we are not able to offer that clarity to you. So it very much depends on the administration and the moment that you ship what are going to be the tariff or the duties that are applied. So the way it's structured is that like the customer is the one who will be like responsible for bearing any additional duty or your tariff that is charged on it. We will do our best from our side to mention that this is an assistive a device. These are assistive glasses, so it should be tariff exempt. It should be exempt from any of of the duty. We will put the right sort of codes that is required. But in our experience in the past, it's been sort of a hit and a miss. In some cases, things go by very smoothly, and I think that's true for a majority of the cases. But every now and then, we have had instances where the customs officers in like US will stop a glasses and ask to pay a duty for the glasses to be released. So I think we will definitely communicate with you if that's the case. If there is an additional duty that would need to be paid, that will be an additional cost that will need to be borne by like the customer in this case. So yeah, just something to be up to be like mindful of at the time of like shipment. Uh, David asks, can you explain how the glasses will connect and work with iPhone? Someone said that we might have a shortcut and use Siri to connect. Karthik, you want to answer that?
Yeah, I think he is right. We definitely with an iPhone, the way you would trigger the Ally Solos classes as of today is just being able to set up a Siri shortcut. We already have Siri shortcuts. We also going to be introducing lock screen shortcuts and so on. So you can simply initiate a call. By saying, "Hey Siri, can you start an Ally call?" Right, and Siri would ask you to unlock your iPhone. It will then open up the Ally app, start a conversation with Siri, and or start a conversation with Ally, and then you can just lock your iPhone and put it in your pocket, and then continue with having a conversation. The really cool thing about this is the fact that even though you might have to unlock your device as of today to initiate a conversation, you can simply leave Ally on after you initiate the conversation, and you can just continue or go about your task, and Ally is just going to be there at the touch of a button, right? So you don't have to, unlike traditional calls where it might get disconnected if you close the app and put it in a lock, you lock your phone and put it away. Apps tend to usually not work, but that's not the case with the specific type of call that we are having with Ally. Right. So you can go ahead and simply just initiate a conversation through the app, lock your phone and put it away. And that can be done, and initiating a call can be done with Siri itself.
Cool. All right, I'm going to quickly answer two more questions and then we'll start bringing people on the panel. Mohammed asks, can I connect the glasses to the AirPods for audio? Yes, you can do that. Your thing, Mohammed. So basically, the way it will work is you will connect your phone to the AirPods, and then because then what your phone will do is instead of routing the audio output to like the glasses, it will actually output it to your AirPods. So you don't even have to make a new connection of AirPods to the glasses. If you already have your AirPods connected to your phone, this will just work out of the box for you. And then Stephen Hansen has a similar question. Where is the speaker located on Ally Solo's glasses? Still on the right side only? No, so it actually has speakers on your both sides. So it is stereo speakers. So you actually have speakers on the left and the right side, and it's located just above your ears. It sort of is like funneling the sound directly into your ears. So that's basically where the speakers are. So yeah, it is a stereo speaker on both sides, and it sounds pretty good. So they've our solo team have done a great job with building the speakers array on it. So it actually is great just even to listen to like music or a podcast or something on the go. All right. Let's start bringing some people onto the panel so we can have a chat. Cheryl, I'm adding you to the panel. You can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, now I pre-ordered the glasses. I'm not sure if they'll work with the Blind Shell 3 yet, but when am I going to get them? They say they're going to come in October. When in October will I get them?
Uh, so I'll answer the second part, and I'll ask your KK to answer the first. So this is a pre-order a campaign. So like we mentioned, your product is still under like development. So we're not finished a development yet. We are you're confident that we'll be able to complete all the development aspects and ship it out by October. Uh, in a best case scenario, it's the beginning of October. Worst case scenario, it's end of October. So that sort of is the range that we need right now to be able to finalize the product. So definitely by end of October in the worst of cases.
Okay. And will it work on the Blind Shell 3? Because if it doesn't, then I have to return it.
Yeah, I think so. As of today, we are still working on an integration with Blind Shell 3. Having said that, I would still say get the glasses because these are the best possible prices you can get the glasses for, and it also comes with a year's worth of Ally Pro subscription. Our aim is to make the app compatible with Blind Shell. We have a partner. We have done that with the Envision AI app before, and given that we are done with the core development work for the Android version of the Ally app and the Solos integration, the next step is to start working on the Blind Shell integration as well, and then test it there. So go ahead, make a purchase of it, and if in like in the very worst case scenario, for whatever reason we're not able to make it work with a Blind Shell, you can always return it to with our 30-day
Well,
return
I ordered
policy.
it, so I'm getting it sometime, but
Awesome.
yeah, I said I pre-ordered it, the
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah. No, I think then in that case we definitely will have we'll work on the integration right away, and then I'm hoping we can complete it in a couple of weeks' time, which should give us ample time to to put the Ally app on the Blind Shell device itself, and also have you go ahead and connect it, or use it and integrate it with it, because we have done that as well for the Envision app and the Envision glasses. So if we could do it with the Envision glasses, we could do it with the Solos as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got you covered.
Well, that's
All right,
good.
Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you for your question, Cheryl. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, then I'm going to now bring on Tom. Tom, you could unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my questions, I have two that have to do with user experience when using the Ally Solos glasses that came from watching recent videos. The both the promotional video and the demo video. And by the way, thank you for those. They were very interesting. First question has to do with lag and latency. In the promotional video, there's like no lag, no latency, and I understand that's probably due to the fact that it's a highly produced promotional video. When you go to the demos, though, you notice that there's a relatively long lag between user interactions. Of course, that can have a lot to do with your internet performance and all that. But I'm assuming you guys had optimal internet when you were doing the demo. So what can you tell me about the prospects we have for minimizing the lag and latency in our experience?
Sure. No, Tom,
I
that's a
can
great
handle.
question. I think to set some expectations, I think when we did make the promo video, like the development had just begun. So everything that you saw in the demo, sorry, in like the promo video when we launched is basically us giving you an impression of how the experience of Ally on a Solos would be. So yeah, that is like a highly produced video. But the videos that you're putting out are now are more like a real time demos, and this is like the first version of the software that is just becoming a ready. So we just got the core functionalities to ready. So it's sort of like uh, like think of these as very early prototypes of the Ally Solos glasses, and we do want to sort of sort of share those raw, also unedited your videos with the people to show how the development is like progressing with us building this out. That being said, I think there is a certain element of lag and latency that is going to be a part of the experience, and maybe your KK can talk a bit more about like what's the right expectation to have around like latency with LSOS classes.
Sure. I think, when we first started working on the Ally Solos classes, the main aim we had was to like strike the right balance between speed and accuracy. And I think what we have optimized for in that camp, we have optimized more for accuracy and detail than for speed, right? And this latency will get a little better for sure. I think the latency you're seeing right now with the first version that we just did a demo of is still a work in progress. It's still, there are some things that we can still work on. We can still definitely work on improving the speed at which Ally gives you a description. We can also definitely work on certain things like right now. All the servers that we are testing from in Europe are based out of the out of different parts of Europe. I think we can definitely optimize that. The US data or US data as well is coming. Certain parts of it still come to Europe where we have our servers and go back, so we can optimize all those aspects of it as well. We can improve. We can move on to slightly better AI models that do a better job at giving descriptions and also and performance as well. But overall, from where we are right now, I think we can definitely cut down at least a couple of seconds, 1 or 2 seconds in terms of latency. But I don't expect it to like become near instant, right? We can make it near instant, but that means we're ultimately making a trade-off on accuracy and detail, which is sort of what we see the community asking more for, because we can provide like really, really fast inference, but then that really ends up, when with our testing right now, it really ends up sacrificing both accuracy and detail. And that's, we stand more on the accuracy detail side of things than speed.
And maybe just to add more of like context to that, so we do that a lot more when you're trying to read your text, right? So some of the demo examples that you're seeing where people are trying to read what it says on a packaging and stuff. So when you're trying to read stuff, what we're doing actually is we are intentionally capturing a higher resolution image so that we can get all the details of the text very, very clearly. And then we are actually first sort of passing it through an OCR engine. So we actually get the output of the text very accurately without any hallucinations. And only after that does the AI part come in to offer the answers. So because of that, like when you ask Ally to read a text or things like that, like there is almost no hallucinations, or like I can pretty much say there's no your hallucinations that you might otherwise see with some of the other so LLM based AI out there, right? So I think that's the reason why there is a bit more of a latency, especially when you're asking AI to like read text and stuff. But when you ask it a question about just a general scene description, or if you ask it a question that does not require you to capture an image, in those instances the latencies are much lower. And I think as like every your part of the system will continue to get optimized over time, the latency is something that will always go down with each update that we push out. I hope that answered your question, Tom. All right. With that, let me bring on Andrew McKay. Andrew, you can unmute yourself and ask us your question.
Good evening.
Good evening, Andrew.
The question I have is, I know you've said there won't be video available initially. Is this planned so I can make a video call through FaceTime or Teams or Zoom or even Messenger, for example?
No, so with Ally Solos classes, we don't have capabilities of video or calls, at least in the short term. So that is not a feature that will be available at a launch. It might be something we might be able to build further down the line. But with the current setup we have, we will not have a video call availability from Ally Solos glasses. You can make audio calls and your WhatsApp and your FaceTime calls with these glasses, but like video calls where with the POV of the camera on the glasses, that is not something that will be available at launch.
Okay. As long as you think it's going to come sometime.
Yeah, it's definitely on the roadmap, but very hard for us to promise like a timeline for it. But it's definitely something that we will be working towards on the roadmap.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Andrew. Let's go through a few more of the Q&A, and then we'll come back. Let me just take a quick look into YouTube comments, so we can also knock some of those out. Let's see. Oh, a lot of them are being answered. But Amrit, who is monitoring YouTube, if you could flag any of the questions from YouTube to us in the comments, then we'll start answering those as well. Let's go back to Q&A. There's a question which says, are you going to continue improving Envision glasses product and software now that Ally Solos are almost here? Yes, that is the plan. So I think what we are planning to do is we want Ally to be sort of like become the central software through which you can access all the different functionalities and tools that existed in Envision, right? So you can use Ally to ask it to scan text. You can use Ally to ask it to describe scenes. So all of the functions and functionalities that you earlier was available as a discrete feature on Envision glasses and the Envision app, they'll all be you're gradually integrated within Ally itself. So Ally becomes like the core your interface for you to access all of those your software. So as Ally still keeps improving, and because Ally is also now available on the Envision glasses, Envision glasses will also still continue to improve as Ally improves over time. So yeah, the idea is to also everything that we push out on Ally, the idea is to ensure that it's all backwards compatible with Envision glasses as well. There's a question from like Beth, who says, you're like quite often using Ally on my currently updated iPhone. Ally reverses the word structure, such as person blind instead of blind a person, just for an example. I don't mind this, but would not be good for professional use. Um,
Mm.
Thanks for letting us know, Beth. Like, it's not something that we have encountered ourselves. This is something that's new for us.
Yeah.
Let us do some investigation and see if there are more if there are more instances of this happening, and then we will figure out why that's happening and fix it.
And this could be happening. It's happening in text mode, so I have to investigate that a bit.
Yeah. All right. There's a question from like Bob Clark who says, "What is the degree of range on the glasses in terms of view?" This is what. Uh, I
I think
think
it's like
the I think the question is what's the like sort of what's the field of view of these glasses? So the Alex glasses don't have like a wide field of view. They do have like a narrow field of view. So think of it as something very similar to like the 1X on your iPhone. That's the kind of your field of view you can expect from Alex glasses. There's a question from like Kit who says, explain the Pro a model. I'm assuming the question is explain the Ally Pro. So Ally Pro is like a pro subscription that you can get for the Ally app. And with the pro subscription, you get access to a lot more stuff that you as you're like pro user probably would need. This includes stuff like longer talk times. You can have much longer conversations like with Ally. It includes access to additional features like being able to customize the voice of Ally to exactly the way you want it to, ability to build and add shortcuts, so you can create a like specific shortcuts for some use cases that you use Ally for often. So all of those are functionalities that are currently available only under the like a pro subscription. So this is sort of like the way the Ally app operates, pretty similar to how your ChatGPT or your Gemini or others operate as well. So there is a like a free tier, which is probably going to be okay for most people, but for the more like pro users, there is the Ally Pro, with which you can get a lot more out of Ally than you otherwise can. Uh, there's a question from like Thomas Nelson who says, "Does Ally have a prompt phrase like 'Hey Siri,' or do you have to
mm,
prompt Ally with a button on the glasses?" So there isn't a wake word for your Ally. So yeah, like you do have to prompt it from the glasses, or you can also start it from your like the phone itself. So you can so like there isn't a prompt on the glasses, but you can start this from your phone itself. So you can do like a Hey Siri, open Ally, and then that will actually open up the Ally and make the connection to the glasses. So that is possible. There's a question from a kid who says, "Can you also pay for the additional upfront?" I'm not
mm.
sure what that means, Kit. So it would be good if you could just clarify what you mean by can you pay for the additional upfront. There's one more question which says, "Hi there, K- Christelle from France. Do you think we'll be movie with Solo's glasses, maybe through a partnership?" I think that's the goal for us, Christelle. I think this being able to like real time describe very quickly videos. I think that's where we are headed. We've made a lot of progress in that direction in this year itself. So I do believe this is like a reality that's gonna happen sooner than later. So yeah, like having like a real time, a live video description that's accurate without any hallucinations. That is what the ultimate goal is. Steve Hansen asks, please talk about a privacy, specifically Ally Solos versus Meta glasses. This is a big topic at our local VAs. So I think off the bat, we're definitely a lot more your privacy conscious than any other company out there. and it's not just because we are based in EU, where very strict GDPR like our regulations apply. But I think like we believe it's also the right thing to do, right? So everything that you do on Ally and Ally Solos classes by their extension is your private and secure. Only you have access to your conversations, the images that you take. Everything is your processed, but never really stored on our end. There is an option for people to opt in to your sharing their data with us for the purposes of your training and improving our AI. But that's purely like an opt-in method. We don't opt you in by a default like some of the other apps and people do. So if you think you can, yeah, you can help us with it, so then you can opt in for that. But we're not solely dependent on the data from our users to improve our AI and our functionalities. So we are very, very privacy conscious in that sense. Everything is secure, encrypted. You have access to your data at all times. You can ask your data to be scrubbed off at any time. So and like nobody, and we don't just sell your data to anybody, to like a third party. We don't have any such deals with a third party to offer your data to others. So everything that you have is private and secure and all yours. And of course, you can read your privacy policy in like a lot more detail on our website. We have done a lot of effort to make sure it's very easy to read. So we don't want to just fill it out with legal, to, sort of like like jargons. So we have actually made it very easy for anybody to go and read exactly how we handle your data. Then Danny asks, can Ally Solos glasses read and describe comic books? Can the glasses also read menus on devices such as radio scanners? Karan, you want to take that?
Yeah, for sure. I think the Alex Solos glasses, can read comics books to some extent, though I haven't really tried it out. But I think it will do a great job of just being able to scan a page and tell you what's going on there. We're still yet some distance away from just Ally recognizing that, hey, it's a comic book, and then giving you a very detailed panel by panel description. And it might be able to do that if you ask it a follow-up question, or if the comic layout itself is not very complex. So I think it's definitely going to be sometime before we do get there, right? Um, and what was the second part of the question? Sorry. And Alex is like, is there a way to?
It's the
I lost.
radio stuff. So like if it's
Yeah,
able to
menus on the
read
radio.
the
Yeah,
menu on
it
the
should
radio.
be. Yeah, it should be able to. But one of the things I will have to tell you is when you ask Ally to read a piece of text, again, like we mentioned earlier, one of the key things we try to do is prioritize accuracy over speed. So when you do ask it questions like, "Hey, can you read this menu for me?" or "Can you read what this product says?" or "What is the expiry date on the product?" Anything that involves text or reading text, Ally does take a little bit longer, and it takes its time to give you the most accurate response rather than trying to work something out really quickly. So yes, it can read what's in the radio on your menu. It does a pretty good job at that, and can also read stuff on digital screens, but it does take a little bit longer than usual. That's all.
Cool. There's a question from like Luan, who's asked, "What's the difference between the two glasses and their capabilities? I just purchased Professional Edition the past year." So I think the question is, what's the difference between Envision glasses and Ally Solos glasses? So I think they're two very different products. So Ally Solos glasses are not exactly a replacement of the Envision glasses, because they're very different in the way they function and they perform. And I think there are sort of your pros and cons on each side. The Envision glasses were sort of a fully just self-contained a pair of your glasses, where it had a computer in like the glasses itself, right? So it was able to do a lot of your processing on a device itself. And that sort of is what allowed for a lot of like offline functionality. So you could do like instant text offline, for example, or you could do a describe scene offline, you could do scan text offline. So there was a lot of these offline functionalities that was possible to do with the glasses. You could do a video call with the glasses to a companion. So there are these features that require a computer on device to function, which Envision glasses was able to offer, and that's why it was there. But some of the cons with that comes with it is that because of that, Envision glasses is a slightly heavier and a bulkier looking device. It is like more expensive because of all this the processors and displays that it has as well. And also in terms of the battery life, you get about like 6 to 7 hours of active use in terms of the battery life on the glasses. On Ally Solos glasses, on the other hand, these glasses are, they don't have a computer or a processor inside of them. The way it works is basically whatever images you're captured, whatever input is captured, it's all being sent to your phone with a Bluetooth, and all the processing is actually happening on your phone, right? So it's all the compute is on your phone, and the glasses are like mainly like an input and audio and output kind of a device for you. Because of that, you get advantages like it's much lightweight as a device. The battery life is incredible. More than 15 hours with active use, and of course the cost factor also, because it doesn't have the display and the computer and the process. Like the cost is also much more different than Envision glasses. So that's mainly the big differences. Of course, there are more nuances to it, but at a high level, these are like the main differences between the two classes. Somebody says, for John's a question, the tariffs are applied at the destination, the US customs. So yeah, that's true. So the tariff is always applied at the destination. So, and the tariff is applied by the government of your country. So like if you are living in a US, so it's the US a government that is dictating what is the tariff being applied or not. There are conflicting reports on face recognition features on the glasses. Will that feature be available? This is a question from Ravi Pinapaka. Ravi, so maybe to clarify, so we will not have at launch like the facial recognition features the way we had it on the Envision app and Envision glasses, where you had the ability to to train faces of your friends and your family on the Envision app and Envision the glasses, right? So for maybe people who are not aware with the Envision app and Envision glasses, we had the functionality where you can take up to 5 images of a person's face. You can add a name to it, and then with the glasses, you are able to recognize that person. So you can use like a find a people your function, and then every time that your person is in your front of you, it will say your person X is in front of you. We don't have that feature, or at least it's not going to be available at a launch on the Ally Solos glasses. We might still introduce it at some point in the roadmap, but at launch we will not have it. What it does do is it sort of describes facial features of people, right? Which a lot of other apps don't do. So if you ask it to give a description of a person's face, it won't shy away from describing the person's face in a detail. So it sort of describes people's faces, but it's not recognizing your faces like the Envision app and the Envision glasses used to do. There's a question from like Pete who says, I already have Envision glasses from 2020 and have ordered the Solos. Can I have them both connected to Ally app using the Envision glasses when indoors and Solos when I'm out and about? Thanks, Pete. Pete, again, first of all, thanks a lot for being a very early supporter of Envision and now Ally. That's great. You can use both Envision glasses and Ally Solos glasses and have them be connected to the Ally app. So that should not be a problem. So yeah, like the way you're
He has a pair of Envision glasses, professional edition, I believe. He has a pair of Envision glasses, professional edition, I believe, that he got last year. and she was just asking, about the differences as well, and on whether the Envision glasses will continue to work. So yeah, maybe you can talk a bit more to that, because I feel like many people will have the question, like who already own Envision glasses. So yeah, I just want to reassure to them that we'll be supporting that, and there will be ally on them. So if you could take that, that'd be great.
Got it. Yeah, and I think definitely Envision glasses will continue to to be supported. It's not something that we will withdraw support from. There will be updates, as has been the case so far, but it'll be mainly Ally-driven updates. So whatever improvements we bring to Ally, we'll make sure they also keep working on Envision glasses. All right, I'm gonna try bringing in some more people. We're already running pretty quickly, so let me try to bring Krasimir. Krasimir. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but you can unmute yourself and ask us a question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you very much for the amazing work you're doing. I have several questions. Do you want them to ask them all or one by one? How would it be easier for you?
Let's do one by one. Maybe that's
Okay,
easier.
so my first question is how easy it is to connect the Solos glasses to different devices. Because I use two phones and one tablet, will it be a case of just turning off and on the Bluetooth? I suppose they do not support multi-device like some headphones and some keyboards.
They do support multiple devices, so they do work like like normal headphones. But if you're doing multiple devices, you will have to turn off and on your Bluetooth to connect to them differently, because at a time they can only be connected to one. So you will have to do your that part. So it's not like the AirPods where it will detect when you're on like your MacBook and iPhone and switch smartly. But like any other headphones, if you're using between an Android and an iPhone, for example, you will have to switch them within the Bluetooth your settings.
Okay, thanks. My second question is in terms of the offline mode that you spoke about in one of the podcasts, can you specify what kind of functionality will the offline mode support? And will it be equal if you are using the Pro description and the regular one?
Got it. So we're still exploring that. I think one of the like most requested offline functionality has been instant text, where people just want a very quick, instant way for them to like read a text around them. So instant text is probably one of the ones that we'll do first, and then depending on like what makes a sense and what is like a trade-offs are, we will make decisions on others.
Okay, thank you. As well, in one of the podcasts, you mentioned that it will be possible to actually take a picture and save it in your gallery. Will this, for example, work offline? And will this work only in the Pro mode, or you can use take photos in the regular mode as well?
I would say at a launch, every feature will need a internet connection, so it will work online to begin with, like every other feature, because that's mainly what we need to sort of use to understand the intent behind your question and understand the commands. But eventually, I think stuff like taking your photos and things like that will be something that can be available offline.
Okay, and I have a couple of suggestions. Finally, thank you very much for the information. As we've seen in the launch of another product in the past few hours, will it be possible one day to have additional devices that you can control the solar glasses, like a Bluetooth stylist, or why not some kind of smart wristband or something like that? And my other comment is in terms of the Pro mode, I know now that it is not possible, but for the future, can you think of some kind of more flexible plan? Because I'm planning to use the promote only for work, and if it's possible to actually use it through certain hours of the day, this will be actually easier for you as well, because in this way you have lost some server power and calculating power that will be available to other users. And we don't really need the promote for 24 hours, so maybe use it in less hours per the day and save some money on that. Thank you very much for all your answers and enjoy. And I have already pre-ordered the glasses, just can't wait to get them. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. I appreciate all your questions. And yes, like I think we are always endeavoring to partner with other companies and to bring a lot more your hardware, not just your smart glasses, but accessories as well. Our goal is to build the best software out there and partner with people building great hardware to bring it out to people. So definitely always on the lookout for your partnership. And yeah, we do take your feedback about the pricing model could be more flexible. So yeah, like we will take that feedback and we'll see what we can do about it. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but before you leave, Casimir, I wanted to give you a quick shout out and thank you for, first of all, placing the pre-order. But I also noticed that you shared, about your pre-order on socials, and we really appreciate it, and we really appreciate your support and all your questions. So thank you, and we can't wait for you to, experience the independence that you get from these classes.
Awesome. Thanks, Casimir. Then I'm going to bring on a Joel onto this call. Joel, you can unmute yourself and ask us a question.
Yes. Will the Solos classes have access to the IRA Explorer app?
Very good question. We are in talks with the IRA team about it, and we are also in talks with some other apps as well. But yeah, it sort of depends on them and their bandwidth as well. So unfortunately, I don't have any more update on this from them. But we are waiting to see when and how will they have the bandwidth to work with us on development of integration of IRA within Ally. So if you are an IRA a user and you do want to see IRA within Ally, definitely let them know. That will help them to prioritize this maybe up their roadmap a bit. But from our end, we you have all the intention and the commitment to include IRA and any other app out there that we think will be a helpful complementary solution to what we're offering.
Okay. And will the classes have access to the iPhone video feature? If I want to take a video using the glasses, but record them on the iPhone.
You mean using the camera on the iPhone or the camera on the glasses?
Using the camera on the glasses, is it possible to record that on the iPhone?
Got it. So at a launch, it won't be possible. At a launch, you'll only be able to take photos with like the glasses. So you'll not be able to take videos. And this has to do with the Bluetooth the bandwidth of how much we can send across. But eventually, we might be able to do videos as well. But at a launch, we'll only be able to take photos with the glasses.
Okay.
And it will be stored on your iPhone. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right, Joel. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your question, Joel. Appreciate it. All right, and with that, we're just a minute over the hour, and we still have a lot of raised hands and a lot of questions. What we will do is we'll take a few more minutes and do a speed run through as many of the questions as we can until the next 5 minutes, let's say. And then if I have not been able to get around to answering your a question, feel free to just email us at support@ally.me and we will get there to answer it. Okay, let's go. So Derry asked, "Is the in the Ally app you can unmute the mic so you don't interrupt Ally? Is there a way to do that on the glasses?" Yes. So there is a touchpad on the glasses, so you can use it exactly how you use the walkie-talkie mode. So when you do have the hand, it unmutes, and when you do release the hand, it will go back to mute, so you don't accidentally interrupt Ally. If your glasses are you're paired to your phone, can you also you pair them with a standalone GPS device at the same time, like Stellar Trek, or do they only pair with one device at a time? So the glasses can be paired with multiple devices, but I'm not really too familiar with Stellar Trek and how that can be paired with other devices. So as far as the glasses are concerned, they can be paired with multiple devices, but I will need to just check and understand more about Stellar Trek to see if they can be paired with the glasses or not. I use a Phonak hearing aid. How will the glasses work with it as they both use Bluetooth? So what you can do, your Betty, is you can connect. You can still you have your iPhone or your Android phone be connected to your hearing aid as the input output for the Bluetooth, and only connect with the glasses for just the camera and like a touchpad aspect of it. So that is possible. So there are two separate connections that you make with the glasses. One is just for the audio input output, and the other one is for like the camera and like the other inputs. So you can still have the audio input out coming from a different source, like your AirPods or or like hearing aids, and only use the camera of the glasses for the camera inputs. Perhaps you can add in the shipping description the device for blind. That will help us. Yes, we'll do that. Uh, hey, between the Envision glasses and the Ally glasses, which is better from a privacy perspective? Let's say, for example, I want to read a letter from the mail with personal information. What's the best option? I think they're both pretty good when it comes to like privacy. Like they have the exact same strict privacy your regulations that's governing them both. With the Envision glasses, you can do some features offline, and that sort of offers some people some assurances. And so you can do offline functionalities with Envision glasses, which you cannot do with Ally at the moment. So that could be a consideration. Then David asks, I live in the UK where the weather is poor with Ally Solos glasses. Will the Ally Solos glasses be like rain resistance? Yes, David, I relate with you. We live in Netherlands, so pretty much the same poor weather for us as well. The glasses are water resistance. It has IP67 water resistance in it. That's the same as like the latest iPhone actually. So it is water resistance to the fact that you can take it out when there is a rain or when there is a little bit of a rain, but you cannot take it for a swim, or you cannot take it out when there is like a downpour. But a little bit of a rain and some splashes on the glasses should be totally fine. I've been trying to get the intro price, but my vendor won't start to take orders till October. Kit. Not sure how exactly we can help you, Kit, but yeah, just I reach out to our team and we can see if we can do something to help you out with that. Um, then Amira has questions. She says, one, regarding connectivity, is it safe to assume that initially I will be able to use the glasses wherever I can connect to the internet with my phone? Will I need hotspot to do that? No, so you don't need hotspot to do that because the processing is happening on your phone. It's just using the data of your phone to do stuff on the internet. So as long as your phone is con- con- connected to the internet either via your data or your Wi-Fi, the glasses should work totally fine. When do you when do you expect to have access to IRA and Be My Eyes on the glasses? It's dependent on them. From our side, we are very much prepared and are ready for integration, but I do need them to prioritize it up their roadmap of they have other stuff on their like roadmap. So if you can just like, inform them that you would like love to see their services on Ally. Maybe that will help. But yeah, like I don't have a timeline for you yet because it's dependent on external factors. I ordered a large pair given the size of my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Can I trade them for a smaller pair free of charge if they are too big? Yes, Myra, it should be possible to do a trade-in. You might still need to pay for the shipping cost. I think that's the only thing, but we'll not charge you for anything else, but only there might be like a shipping fee that you might have to cover for the trade in this case. Mohammed Bassam asks, is there a plan to use a live AI for the glasses to alert me of live events, such as when a specific car arrives or if I reach the stairs? If so, is there a timeline? Mohammed, I think that's something that we are definitely working towards to have a not just a live AI, but a proactive AI that can look out for things for you and come back to you with an answer. But it's definitely a lot more complicated to build at the moment and takes a lot more bandwidth, and also it's a lot more expensive to do. So we are definitely doing the work in that direction, but we unfortunately don't have a timeline to like let you know for that. Stuart asks, have repeat purchase the Solos glasses? If for any reason they don't fit, can they be replaced with a different size? Yes, they can be replaced, but again, there might be a shipping cost that you might have to endure. But it'll be like, it won't be like super expensive, is what I can say. Okay. When customizing Ally a person, may I combine any voice with any available language? Yes. So all the voices that we have are all multilingual voices, so they can be combined with any language. Some voices, they might be optimized for some languages, but they're all multilingual voices. Wow. Okay. Then David asks, are there agentic features that can be done? So yeah, like so Ally is pretty much agentic AI, agentic in the sense that it's taking actions on your behalf to get you your answers that you need. So when you ask, do I need to take my umbrella with me today? Then it is the agentic nature of that understands the question, then it uh, asks for a location, then once it has that, it then goes and makes a call to like a weather API to fetch the weather. So all of that is stuff that your Ally as an agent is doing very agentically. Continuing with the VA, is Envision considering a bundle plan for Ally subscription, meaning a one price for Ally Solos glasses with a 5-year pro subscription for the year? Yes, that is something that we are sort of considering. I think we'll have like few different bundle options that we will offer for organizations like the VA. So that's definitely in the work. So once the pre-order campaign concludes and we start like normal sales, we will have those options ready. All right. I think I have now lost my voice, so I think that is a good cue for us to stop this webinar.
We speed ran a little too much through that.
Yeah. So I did like my best, guys, to answer as many of the questions as possible. If there are still a question that I was not able to get to, I'm sorry. But if you could email us at support@ally.me, we'll make sure that we'll answer all the questions. To be totally honest, our support has been overwhelmed in the past few weeks with the pre-order campaign. With a lot of the questions, so it is taking us a bit longer than usual to reply to everyone. but we are replying to everyone eventually. So if you have a question that you still want to ask, just email us and we'll do our best to answer it as quickly as possible. All right. With that, I want to thank all of you for just showing up here and for being a patient and listening to us answer all the questions. We're still excited for the pre-order campaign. We still have like the last few pieces of the super early bird available. They will be running out very, very soon. So consider this like the last your warning before they actually get your sold out. So if you haven't made a purchase, or if you know somebody who's still on the fence, ask them to do their purchase as soon as possible, maybe by end of today, because I think you're running out of the super early bird by your end of today by the rate which we're selling. So this would be the last time to lock in like a incredible a discount. This discount will not be available again. So this is the moment for you to like lock in like the discount. So yeah, thank you so much for your time again, and we will see you again at our end of the month a webinar with a lot more updates. Until then, I wish you all a good day, and we'll see you out there. Bye bye.
You guys.
Thank you.